your Norcast weather update. Brought to you by ACUA, keeping Atlantic County clean and green for a bright future.
Good Sunday evening. Meteorologist Bobby Klark here with an update on your forecast. Some light rain, maybe a little bit of a mix as we head into the rest of this night, on into the overnight, into early tomorrow morning. So just mainly light precipitation, not a lot to work with. It's also trying to overcome some very bone dry air out there. So we could see some slick spots as you head into for your morning commute and the bus stop for early tomorrow morning. And as I mentioned, those showers and mix end early on, as I mentioned, a possibly slippery commute across the area. It's a dry week ahead. I think it's pretty tranquil. Now, there is a near miss of a system that will push in here, I think, late Wednesday onto Thursday. But again, it's a near miss, so basically just will keep us dry, but will reinforce colder air, I think, into Thursday. And then Nick and I have to watch a potential for a coastal low to form as we head into the end of the week, on into the weekend. But we've got plenty of time to watch that. And of course, we'll keep you updated and ahead of the system in case something does come about heading into the weekend itself. High for today, well, right where it should have been for this time of year, 43 degrees. But again, with that west to northwesterly flow most of today, of course, temperatures felt much colder than these temperatures for these highs, so it felt more like the 30s than actually reaching up into the 40s itself. Speaking of temperatures, dropping back in a little bit cooler out here, 38 in Wilmington, 35 in Vineland, 35 in Hamilton, 37 in Asbury Park, 33 right now in Toms River, and 38 in Atlantic City. So we could see where potentially any precipitation that falls, we could start to see a little bit of some slickness going on. So yes, temperatures right now, most of us are above freezing, so we think maybe light rain showers, but again, close enough where we could potentially see some mixing going on, a couple of snowflakes, so certainly something to keep an eye on. The good news is this is not a hard hitter. This is not a blockbuster storm, basically, so it's a weak system that's going to drag on out of here pretty quickly as we head throughout tomorrow. Speaking of which, here we go. We start to see potential for the rainfall out there. A lot of it might not even hit in the ground at the moment because of the dry air in place itself. And again, very light in precipitation. Most of us will be on the wet side, but again, with temperatures hovering near the mid-30s, could see some mixing of possibly some snow, some sleet in there. But again, light precipitation, but could make it slick as you head tomorrow morning for your commute itself. But it's out of here by the time it reaches the coast around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Stick with the cloud cover out there, and unfortunately we'll see possibly some cooler conditions, but overall drying conditions for us as we head into tomorrow afternoon on into the evening hours itself, where we'll start to see the cloud cover fade away. So that's some good news out there. Temperatures rising up into the 40s. That's some good news across the area itself. Now, this is what's become difficult to try to track with these models. So, mentioned possibly seeing potential for a coastal low as we head into the end of next week. And looking at this temperature pattern right here would tell you that, well, if that's the case, and this looks like it's going to be an all-rain event if it even comes near us, you'd be correct, because these would be temperatures 5 to 10 degrees above normal for this time of year, which would push us into the low 50s. But again, the models are going back and forth, and rightly they should, because this storm is 6 days away, and you just cannot pinpoint. You've lived here long enough, you know that you can't pinpoint something like this 6 days out, unless, if you could, please give me the lottery numbers for the Mega Millions, some $900 million richer. Anyway, tonight as we head into the rest of this evening, we'll see ourselves light mixed to some rain, chilly conditions out there, again, reaching near freezing mark, a little bit warmer along the shoreline, but again, looking at light precipitation. It's not going to be a heavy precipitation event. As for your Monday, temperatures rising up into the mid-40s. Again, with a slight west to northwesterly flow out there. Clouds will begin to fade as we head into the later afternoon onto the evening hours itself. 7-day forecast out there. You mentioned Tuesday and Wednesday look fantastic. Partly cloudy skies, temperatures rising up near 50 degrees. I mentioned a near miss of a storm system Wednesday night into Thursday. That's where our temperatures are going to drop just a bit with another northwesterly flow day out there. And then we have to watch again. Nick and I will keep an eye and let you know what's going on as we head into the end of next week, possibly seeing a coastal low form for bringing us some precipitation out there. Have a great evening, everybody. I'll see you tonight.